Okay, so it's snowing outside. It's cold and windy. Just like yesterday, I don't want to be out in it. So, gonna make a video in front of the fire here. And let's see, this is it's 12 o'clock now. Started it at 5 o'clock. I woke up a little late. I'll explain that in a minute. This morning, woke up at 5. I started it. And then I also started, I think, around maybe 9 o'clock or so. And here it is, noon. Let's see, probably 12:30 or so. And I'm starting it again. So it's just really windy and really cold, and it's just sucking the heat out of this place. So I'm sure everybody's dealing with the same thing. If you were here when I built the tiny house, you know that all my studs are 2x6s, so I've got a lot of insulation in there. But we're doing okay. I mean, we got plenty of firewood, so. And I'm not building them quite as hot as I normally do. I figured, well, I'm gonna have to start it all out anyway, so I'm building it so we don't get too hot in here. I'm actually starting a little bit early. Usually I start it when it's around maybe 60 degrees, or sorry, 65-ish degrees inside. And now I'm starting it it's 71 degrees when I started working on it. It's probably 70 degrees in here now. So last night I got up at 1 o'clock. Started the fire then too. And I just set the alarm. I don't want the water to freeze, and it's not froze. It's just fantastic. It hasn't froze. So the temperature out there is 65 at the water pump, the RB water pump. It's 40 inside the ventilation, or the plumbing runs through. So I'm running the generator basically 24 hours. It may be 48 hours, it may be 72 hours. The problem is there's no sun. So I would run that heater off the, it's a 200 watt heater in there by the water tank. And I would run that heater off the solar panels during the day, but I can't because there's no sun, and the solar panels are covered in snow right now. I mean, I can sweep that off, but it wouldn't help. And so I've been changing oil on that generator every 25 hours. It's got a half a gallon gas tank on it, and I've been filling it up every 5 hours. So, you know, that's not bad. I'm running it on high speed. That's why it uses so much gas. Otherwise, it would last 11 hours on a half a gallon. But half a gallon in 6 hours, I think is, 12 hours on a gallon. That's really good. That's comparable at high speed to a Champion generator. So I'm really proud of a Champion generator on low speed. So I'm really happy with the savings. But I'm running on high speed, as I've said before, to keep it from getting too cold. I mean, it's struggling to stay at temperature now, even on high speed. So could you imagine running on low speed? So this morning I changed the oil on that at 6 a.m. So that would have been 24 hours run time total. And I'm not shutting it off now. I'm just filling it up and letting it run. So I'll change it again 25 hours later. So that'd be 7 o'clock in the morning. And it only takes about 10 minutes to change it. And when I do that, I switch the heater over to the battery. I mean, it uses a little bit of battery, but that's okay. And then I fill it up. All right, I change the oil. It takes 15 minutes or so. But I don't want to lose any of that heat that I've established in that tank and have to rebuild that heat in there. So that's why I do it. That's why I hook it the heater up to the batteries. And since I don't have to run it that long on the batteries, it's working out pretty good. I'm trying to do two things at once: talk to you and Build the wood stove fire here is a little bit more challenging than you would think. So I advertise on my lawnmower repair hobby business 10-day turnaround time. Now I'm usually much faster than that. I mean, in most cases I can get everything done in 2 days, but I don't carry inventory. And I think that's just a smart way to run a business. You have inventory, your insurance is higher, everything's cost more, you've got thousands of dollars in inventory you may never use. And in a small town like this, it doesn't even make sense to have inventory on every snow blower that you could possibly imagine and every mower, and it just doesn't make sense. So I order parts from Amazon, and Amazon this last year has been absolutely fantastic. Since they stopped using UPS, they started using the postal service. So they deliver it, Amazon delivers it to the post office like 2 days later, and then the post office just delivers it right to the house. It's been fantastic. So I get a call a couple hours ago. Says, yeah, I got a snow blower, and I thought, you gotta be kidding me. Now, there was at least an inch of snow on the ground. At least the roads are covered. It's 4 degrees outside when he called. I got a snow blower that I want that's leaking gas, and I'd like for you to take a look at it. And I said, well, you know, I advertised that I need a 10 days turnaround time. Yeah, it's probably a leaking needle valve, which I'm sure it is. You know, gas sits in there and that needle valve just starts leaking by. There's probably oil in the gas in the oil. That's, you know, you got to drain all that oil out, flush it out a couple times. And it's a snowblower, which means it's a Toro, which means it has this shroud over the cover. And that's 2 hours of work to put that shroud on and off. So it's not even a cheap job. These Toros are terrible to work on. And it's 4 degrees. Now, it's Saturday, and I am open on Saturdays, but there is a caveat to that. I don't usually do work on Saturdays, or at least I try not to. I mean, if I'm really busy and I can use a Saturday and a Sunday to catch up, like in the springtime, I'll do that. But normally I don't work on a Saturday. I just take phone calls. I'll take in mowers. I let people pick up their mowers on Saturday, but I don't actually do any work. So it's Saturday, and it's 4 degrees outside. So even if I had a shop, which I know someone of the troll is going to say, that's why you need a shop. Even if I had a shop, that means I got to heat the shop. So I'm going to bring it in, charge. I mean, this is a $100 repair, easy, because there's so much time into. I mean, you got to get the part, and then you got to take the shroud off. It's a lot of work. But I'm going to spend $20 just heating the shop if I had a shop, or I have to do it outside in this cold, and I'm just not going to do it. That's one of the reasons I do a 10-day turnaround, to give myself a little bit of cushion unless, you know, in case something has went wrong. Now, he didn't seem upset. I don't think I'll ever get to work, because like I said, I'd love to work on it, but I can't do it today. No, he didn't seem mad, but I won't get the job. I just can't understand a person like this. Wait until it is snowing and then actually have the nerve to call someone. I'd be embarrassed. I would just admit that it's not running. I would call some other time. So, Carolyn has a theory, and she's pretty good at thinking these things through. He probably called the big shop, the dealer, because nobody brings their snowblowers to me. Nobody. I never get. reliable customers do it. I've had two that's been repeat customers, and it's like they bring their snowblowers just because they want to give me work. They're nice guys. I've actually had 3 snowblowers, but 2 of them was from one guy, his daughter and him. So I just don't get snowblowers. So he called that big shop, you know, Carolyn thinks, and I agree. And they said, no, we're not going to work on it. So he thought he'd call me and try to guilt me into it. And if I would have agreed to doing it, what he would have probably done is said, well, there's snow on the ground. Can you come out to me and fix it? So now I'm rolling around in his snowy driveway, or maybe his garage or shed, definitely without any heat, even if I had a shed or a garage that was heated. Now I don't have the Berkey, or the Buddy heater. It broke on me, and we didn't replace it this last year. So I could take that snowblower if it fits into the camper, and I could work it in on the camper. So I have done that before. You may remember me doing that last year on the chainsaw. So if I do it at his place, I'm definitely not going to have any heat. So I turned him down. But the thing is I don't understand people like this. Oh, you may have noticed. I brought my oil so I could change the oil in that generator. I brought it inside so it would stay warmer in here for 2 reasons. 1, so it pours easier when I'm changing oil. But 2, that way it doesn't shock the engine. I mean, you put -4 degrees oil into a hot engine because you've been running it, and you want to get that oil change done quickly. You're going to ruin seals, and things are going to shrink, micro cracks in the crank case. So I brought it in and let it warm it up, and it's easier to pull that way. But anyway, back to this guy. I don't understand people like that. And I know that probably most of the world is like that. They wait until the last second and then make it somebody else's problem. You're not doing anything else, are you? Yeah, I am. I'm staying inside and staying warm. See, this is a hobby business, and I know that my customers don't know that. I mean, I recognize the hobby business is really my problem. But to me, it's just a hobby business. I do want the customers, but I want to do it on my terms. People call you up at 9 o'clock at night wanting you to sell them a lawnmower. I mean, it's just crazy the way they think, and I just don't want to work that way. I'm sure the trolls out there are going to disagree and that I should be working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, but I just don't need the money that bad. I was polite to him. I was respectful. And I would think that a lot of people are going to recognize if he gives me a bad review, well, he doesn't work on things overnight, or he's not a magician. I can argue, sir, I need 10 days. And I think that's a pretty good standard to have. I looked it up on AI, and there are a lot of mechanics turning to that business model. I mean, if it was a simple oil change or something like that, yeah, sure, do it now. But why should I hold, 20 different needle valves or carburetors for all the different Toros out there in different years? I mean, it seems like every year they've changed it. I'm going to check this to make sure that it's... We got chicken up here that we're going to warm up. So you might see the pan. Yeah, that's ready to close. So I'm going to jump off of here. So if you'll click this up next box, it'll take you to a video over on my other channel. We appreciate it. Go check it out. So if I can inspire you to think ahead so you can live your dreams. Thanks for watching.